for joining us on today's edition of this program. It's your program, everyone's program, City Stand. Michael Adekunle, the call of the program. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. How was the weekend?
Weekend is good because number one, we are alive. That's the important thing. But we talk times of other things, we give glory to God.
It's only God.
How was the weekend? How was the weekend as well?
Give glory to God because only God that makes us to see the throughout the weekend and today. So we are alive. So we have to face
The reality.
the reality that is happening. God on our side, everything will be done.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. All right, viewers watching us in the UK, we say you're welcome on the program. In the US, welcome you on the program. Australia, Germany, Japan, Spain, everywhere you're watching us from, we say thank you so much for joining us. You're welcome on the program. I have King Gary here, the first person to comment this morning. King Gary, in the United States of America. Good morning to you, King Gary. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. All right, this is another different location. We are still in Ogba. We are still in Ogba. Please, still in Ogba. All right, let me quickly read out what we have on today's papers, the headlines on today's papers. And don't forget that the new chief of army staff, in person of Oluyede, was in Sokoto last week. He visited Sokoto over the new terror group that is seriously causing tension in the country, and he has ordered his men to be proactive. He has ordered his men to be proactive on this matter. Also, the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has given governors deadline of December 1, telling them to pay the minimum wage. No, governors that have refused to pay the 70,000 naira minimum wage, the NLC has warned, telling them that they have just December to meet up with the minimum wage payment. Quickly to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. The Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. What the Nigerian Tribune saying? Very, very important headline here. Presidency gets hard on Atiku. Presidency gets hard on Atiku. Says he's envious of Tinubu's position. I read this and I saw what's in the story. That's the spokesperson to President Bola Tinubu, Bayo Onanuga, hitting hard on Atiku. That's the vice president, the former vice president of the country. All right, presidency gets hard on Atiku, says he is envious of Tinubu's position. We have on page 22 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, IGP bans Amotekun, vigilante from Ondo polls. NSCDC deploys 6,000 operatives. You can see it on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And for the next one, Nigeria's tax system among most backward worldwide contains 1939 law, says Oyedele. To the next one, down the paper, NLC demands action on worsening hardship, economic crisis. Nigerians grown under high transportation costs. You can see it here. You can see the story on page 25. To get more information on this, go to page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. This day saying today, this 10th. This day newspaper, IG forbids quasi-security outfits during Ondo Guba election, pledges peaceful poll. Ondo gubernatorial election will be taking place this Saturday. Saturday that is coming. It's taking place, and we expect electorates there to vote their conscience. Let them vote their conscience. It's not all about politicians giving you money and you're collecting money to vote against your conscience. Like Michael, one of our reviewers, said last week, collect money. Collect the gari, collect the cassava, collect rice, but vote your conscience. Vote your choice. That's what he said. That was at the weekend on Saturday. And we had a nice program on Saturday. It was a nice one. Yeah, I think, and some of the viewers sent prayers to your mailboxes.
Do you know I was here 6 o'clock this morning?
Okay.
I was the first person.
Okay, to see if you can get another
Good man,
Lucky.
sir.
I was
Don't mind lucky now.
I was there.
Oh, I've forgotten.
I didn't sleep well.
The best, the most notorious armed robber is from their side.
From Edo State.
No.
And then and then they come
Where do
from
you
now.
keep Oyenisi? Where do you keep Oyenisi?
How can you be talking Oyenusi? How can you be talking Oyenusi?
He's the one that born Aneni. He born Aneni.
Oyenusi give back to Anene.
Yes. You know that.
All right, thank you so much. Away from that.
We shared it.
Okay, yeah, it was a very interesting one on Saturday. We say thank you to all the viewers who extended gestures to every one of us here. Thank you so much. Where were you, Olua, one on Saturday?
I went to non-Fiji, but I
When the Obi said we should,
you have to
substitute.
I went to prayer on Friday and I prayed that
On
on Saturday.
Saturday. Wow.
That's the dream.
All right, away from that, to the New Telegraph newspaper, ACF, that's Arewa Consultative Forum, once against, what's this? Once again, benign neglect, says Lakurawa, recruiting members with monetary incentives, force. Wow, I think this issue of security in the country needs to be looked into. Very important. All right, the last story we're reading. We don't want to waste time on reading the headlines here. Set up to Tinubu, giving cars, houses to judges, threats judicial independence. And the last one, minimum wage. NLC to embark on strike December 1 in defaulting states. All right, gentlemen, how are you doing?
Fine. Morning.
All right, to the comment section. I have Nathaniel Abu saying good morning, Mr. Mike, Lucky, Olua, One, Femi, and the rest.
Love you.
Thank you so much, Nathaniel Abu, and we really appreciate you for joining us this morning. Nathaniel Abu is saying, please, is Nigeria Fulani an Islamic country now? What is Mr. President doing in Saudi Arabia for Arabic Islamic Summit? Please answer me. Okay, we have Chukujeku saying good morning, Mr. Michael Adekunle. Happy New Week. Yeah, Happy New Week to you as well. And the reviewers are saying Happy New Week to you.
Happy New Week.
You know, in America, when you shout, they don't listen. When you do like this,
You don't. Every week, Happy New Week.
All right. Now, let's quickly move to the business of today. Before we move deep into what we have on minimum wage and the chief of army staff visiting Sokoto, let's talk about Bayo Onanuga's comment on Atiku, saying that Atiku is envious of Tinubu's position, that he has contested several times and he failed. But when you look at Atiku recently, he has been speaking out, just like Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate for the 2023 presidential election. Yeah, Atiku has been speaking, and has been speaking on the harsh policies of President Bola Tinubu. Do you think Atiku is envious of Tinubu's position, or is just stating the obvious? Sorry.
thank you very much. For me, Atiku has been the vice president before. He has been there before. He knows everything. If I went to Obasanjo traveled for holiday, for leave, he took over the mantle. He knows all the corner. He knows everything. But Tinubu government should take advice. It doesn't mean take the message, leave the messenger. Is that not so? Take the message, leave the messenger. Because it's like Nigeria has been speaking. They are not ready to listen to Nigeria. Prominent man like that. Before they say Atiku after election you will go to Dubai. Atiku is speaking mind of Nigeria. Whether good or bad, at least we need somebody that can be able to at least to say something. So that at least people should forget, none of us should forget that when they were opposition, in fact, the whole newspaper, every day they were criticizing PDP. PDP spent 16 years, all these things and that, but today is their turn. You should listen the message, leave the messenger. I think that's my own advice. So that at least let's take it short, please.
All right.
Thank you, Mike,
Okay.
for getting me, on it. I love. In fact, we have not had enough opposition. I think it's like there's about intensifying, that art of opposition. Because PDP has gone to bed, Labour Party has gone to bed. Bola Tinubu is just having a free ride, up and down. Without criticism, a government cannot be able to sit up and be serious with the business of, governance. Very important. Criticism is part of governance. It's part of, government. It's part of leadership. Without criticism, they can go out of control. They can even wonder and say, "Oh yeah, let everybody die."
Yes.
So if there's no opposition, it is no longer a friendly democratic atmosphere. That's just it. We know how we are able to put the government on Jonathan on his toes. To an extent, Jonathan started fumbling. Yes, because even when he was trying, look at the issue that has to do to do with a certain amount of money, a sovereign fund. Now they insisted he must bring it out for sharing. They said a lot of things about that fund. But if you look at it deeply, Jonathan was very strategic with that service on national pause. But because of criticism, Jonathan lost, decision that was supposed to use that money for, which he has already mapped out plan for. So anybody that is saying, if they are, we don't need APC elements to be sounding as if that nobody should criticize them. No, it's wrong. It's dictatorship. It's emperoric. These are signs that we should reject. These are actually the things that should be able to shape the government. Okay, if we go this way now, okay, boss, let me tell you now. Look at Super Eagles. Look at the coach. He's not playing well. Sima is not playing well. No, do this like this. What does it mean? It's all about bringing out the best. That's my own intake on that. So Atiku is, should keep on shooting. No problem.
Okay, it's criticism.
God bless you. See, when we are in a situation like this, you see, the time of PDP, there was opposition, strong opposition, which was headed by this same president, Jagaba, Tinubu. You see, in those days, you can see there was many criticism about the government in those days. But now, they are trying to form a party that want to make Nigeria a one-man state, and it's not possible. See, it's only Atiku who is now left in PDP. Frankly speaking, there is no voice again in PDP. You see, Labour parties like they have been carpeted now. They don't talk anymore. They have divided them. You see now, see somebody like Wuke, strong man in PDP, now one left APC, one left PDP. You see, only one that is left now, the Jack creation, is Atiku. He must voice out because the injustice is getting out of hand. Every day you see different type of iniquity, injustice. You can see what is happening now. See the president in Saudi Arabia. And there is another Islamic group that have kept out again to terrorize Nigeria in the name of Walana Lakarawa. All of them are the name of Muslim, Islamic. You understand? You see, if we come down and watch the film, he is not supposed to be in Saudi Arabia because he's trying to make a friend with them and they are killing us here. Sokoto have been killed by them. Imagine, just a few days after the late chief of staff have died, now they now bring another group. They are trying to tell you that they want to Islamize the northern part of Nigeria, which is not possible. According to me, I don't think it's possible. But the body language of the president is giving them more room to penetrate.
Wow. Well, anyway, what happened is that Bayo Onanuga is a presidential spokesperson. He's doing his work, and news like this will not be bother Nigeria. I could remember when Femi remind me that one with the gap tooth. Former President Femi Fani-Kayode, when he was a presidential spokesperson to Obasanjo, I was at Obo that time. I usually look for his news. That man, some grammar that will coming out from his mouth. Everybody calls presidential person is a bulldog. It's a presidential dog. He has to be backing against every perceived enemy or president. He will be backing against them. So news like this, honestly speaking, I don't catch it because it has been a culture in Nigeria that the government they will want to be marking themselves. They will be the one that do the exam. They will want to mark it by themselves. Onanuga is marketing, you know, that Atiku is envying him. Envy of what? Envy of hardship. Is it what you are talking about? But like I said, news like this, I don't usually, it's not bothering me because I know that he's doing the work that is painful. Their presidential bulldog. When this man too was there, when Jonathan was there, I could remember one blasphemous statement that somebody said that this Jonathan was like a Jesus Christ, that he was nailed with so many, he came to carry some people's sin. That's how they usually come out. That's how they usually come out and vomit rubbish. So anything, don't expect anything good from Bayo Onanuga. He will not come out to say, the day he come out to say anything contrary, I mean, against Mr. President, he's gone. His job, except he want to resign. You remember when Femi Adesina was there now? You know what we passed through when Femi Adesina was there. So everybody called presidential spokesperson. I don't like that position. You'll be having money, but that good name, especially in Nigeria, that good name, forget about it. Because we only come out to say something contrary to people's opinion.
But Atiku's criticism, based on fact.
Of course, yes.
About this administration.
Of course.
Are they based on fact? Looking at this man, I'm talking about the president.
No.
Someone that is trying to revamp the economy, which we all know that what we are facing is as a result of his policies. But his criticisms based on fact?
No. There's no criticism.
There's
no criticism that is always based on fact. The purpose of criticism is to create an impression and make yourself relevant, because you are only working towards positioning yourself to take over power. Do you understand what I'm saying? So whether it is in favor or not, but because if you are saying that Tinubu is envious, Atiku is envious, I don't think that is a too childish coming from Bayo Onanuga. He has always been very funny. You understand? He's the same man that said P2B is the Donald Trump of Nigeria. There's a certain statement that shouldn't come from some level of, as a result of the position you find yourself. You understand? What is the work of the Minister of Information? We have not been able to have radicals. Because, you see, they project propaganda. That's their work. We know. You understand? It's all about perception. Mike, I'm being honest to you. That's the truth. Check, even when one lie Muhammad came about, we are flying everywhere. We know all these things now. After 8 years of Buhari, wasted. But can lie Muhammad come out now and say this? But what I'm saying that when you see a media personnel to the President of America, when you see the person in charge of that office coming out to address the press from the White House, Jesus Christ, any information is giving you, go and verify it. It's not based on damage control. It's not based on falsehood. It's not based on deception. But it has become a norm in Nigeria. Bro, do you know what it means that you want to interpret? Maybe nobody knows what, and when the president says subsidy, nobody knows what subsidy come. And a woman who is funny enough to find himself inside the forest farming does not understand what subsidy is all about. Then who is going to interpret subsidy? It's the media aides. Then how do you communicate? How do you relate? You have to be very relational with the public. In fact, people that make every era or administration are basically this set of people. If they get it right, well, but it's one of the problems Jonathan had. Jonathan was not able to market himself very well, and that affected him. You understand? So the projections, is what matters, whether it is correct or not. But the fact is that even the administration know that Bola Tinubu is the wife also making. Some of them are saying, something is wrong somewhere.
Yeah, but the wife said it's not because of the action.
I just want to.
No, but he acknowledged. Acknowledgement. So if it's not the cause, what are you doing there? No. Yes, acknowledge. If you are not competent enough to say that, it's just deception. If you know that you don't have anything to offer, then why go in there? That's what Atiku is saying. You don't have a plan. then why did you fight for this position? No, I don't think. No, I don't think. I'm sorry about that. I'm not going deep.
See, I want to say. I want to say something. See, sir, I want to. Okay. I want to say something. See, if you vote now, put a vote now. People support Atiku. You said you want to help people. People are dying. They are telling you it's not the right way. Do you believe our government doesn't listen to us? They rather listen to CNN and Fox News. The only people who understand us is those outside who's looking the people what they are suffering. Atiku now representing Nigeria because government Tinubu, he said it. He said, "I don't listen to social media, so I will not die." So the only voice we have now is Atiku. That's why I said, support him. Listen to the message. Leave the messenger. Abi?
All right, you have anything to say?
So Atiku should not keep quiet. At least, no matter what,
one left now.
his own yes, like Oluwa said, if Atiku keep quiet, the owner, that means nobody will be talking again. So, but whenever they want to criticize, it should be concretive. And we always advise to be like that, but we cannot say Atiku should keep quiet. Even if it's envy, envy is part of him. Envy is part of what makes some people make move. So, leave Atiku if he's envious. We like his criticism. He should be telling you. We take the message and leave how the person feel or from which angle the person is coming from.
Yes, on
the It's paid to do the wrong thing. So he must do the wrong thing. So we will know that
how is it doing the wrong thing?
it's paid to bring that propaganda. That is the department he was paid for. He handled that department. That is the propaganda department. Giving Nigeria falsehood information. Giving us language that our attention will be outside the real reality. We are suffering here. We are hungry here. One day they are not going to consider Nigeria. See what you are willing to do. See the problem or see the condition. No, it will always like to polish the opposition black as a black pot, and is more than black pot. You see, but days are coming. They are exposing themselves more and more and more. The wife came say, "Have patience." At the end of the day, his husband is not responsible of the hardship. What is it? He's telling Nigeria indirectly that they are in power and they are responsible. See that language? They are in power, they are responsible. Who is responsible? Is it me and you that is in the street? They occupy Aso Rock by all means. Our local. You use all strategy. At the end, you are there. Sorry. The first day, you are knowing why you put on your office, say, subsidy is gone. What is the meaning of subsidy? According to what we all say, the low man, the common man in the street doesn't know the meaning of subsidy. You understand? You not came say, okay, it's gone. We see what is affecting Nigeria now. So they are not, see, let us be frank with ourselves. They are not capable. They are not capable.
All right, on non-payment of minimum wage, NLC, that's Nigeria Labour Congress, to embark on strike come December 1. Now, are you subscribing to this move by the Nigeria Labour Congress?
No.
If some of these governors fail to implement that 70,000 naira minimum wage.
Mike, I want to be very honest. There's something Oluwa was making reference to, which I want to support Oluwa. Maybe take a few of his words from there. If you don't have anything to offer, why are you, sitting there, occupying there? You understand? He can't tell me that there's no way out. You understand? That your policies, good policies, implementable.
Implementable?
Yes, implementable. The thing is, how do you now implement it? People were given the same mathematical questions during examination. Some got it 100%, some got it 50%, some got it 30%. But it's the system question. That points towards something. You see, the issue that has to do with NLC, ASU, whatever it is, since I was born till now. Have you ever asked yourself question? How many times do we see NLC, ASU, student, union, whatever, going on strike in even nations Nigeria are greater than? How many times? Then, but you're budgeting billions of dollars to, refurbish or paint or renovate a vice president's house.
Like 5 billion.
Mike, do you understand what I'm saying? You say it's a God created man. So does God created man? What is the purpose? Yes. Are you telling me there's no purpose? In the absence of fulfilling that purpose, then you will know that there is something wrong. Either you're not getting it or see, bros, now we hold ourselves. A black man has never been able to develop a concept, a theory. I think he said it one day here that we need. I tell me and Kule that we need to generate our own policies, or possibly exclude IMF and World Bank. Bros, Nicola Fela's philosophy can give a black man good leadership.
That's confirmed reality.
I'm telling you, if you select us research on that alone, bro, what is philosophy? Philosophy is the art of reasoning. When you reason, how do you reason? What inventions comes as a result of necessity, as a result of everything you see on this earth started with reasoning. How do you now transform that reasoning
into reality,
into positivity? I'm coming. I'm just coming to that, because where I'm touching all this area. Yeah. The issue of ASU and LC is over 6 decades,
millions of years
and it has not been solved. But somebody is budgeting billions, 21 billion, 30 billion to renovate a vice president's house. I rest my case.
I think the issue of minimum wage. How much? 70,000 naira. 70,000 naira. Just a bag of rice now is almost about 170,000. Is that not so? The labor are saying most of this state are not implementing it. And in fact, when they discussed 70,000, petrol was 500, 600. Now petrol is 400, 1,000 something. That means everything has gone high. That 7,000 is not realistic. So the best thing is that I think, as I said, as my brother said, this policy of Tinubu is getting hard. Whether minimum wage, whether anything, people are not interested in that. What we need, let him bring a policy that will make this country. After all, when Jonathan increased fuel subsidy, everybody, everybody, we went to Ojota, 7 and shouted. The guy reversed it back. For the people, you say you cover people. Listen to the people. So what I'm trying to say is that minimum wage, labor has the right to go on strike. And they go on strike. After all, Nigeria is already on strike. All of us, are we not on strike?
What is the meaning of strike?
Lucky. I think one of the things that will make us to be here always is look at possible solutions.
Imagine,
because we have been repeating this. When you
let me tell you one solution. Let me tell you. I said the president and his crew, they are not capable. See, you passed a law into House of Assembly, and they passed it, they signed it back. Minimum wages, 70,000 pounds. Okay, now they were advocating for 200 something. At the end of the day, they beat it down. Okay, at the end, beating it down, the law in the land, the House of Assembly, the lawmaker signed it to law, say, go and pay it. Now you are telling us story. So what are they doing now?
I think the NLC that's talking, they are talking to the states.
They are not doing anything there.
They are talking about states. And for that one, I think the strike that they are calling for may not come up because the states, they are all independent on their own. We have seen the one that increased to 80. We have seen the one that increased to 70. We have seen the one that increased to 72. So they will implement it at the various stages and different time because they don't have the same pulse. I mean, their pulse is not the same thing. I mean, the capacity to pay is not equal. You cannot compare Lagos State to my state, Osun State, or Ekiti State. And but we cannot, because of that, say that they should subject their workers into poverty. We saw how it happened when immediately Obasanjo came in that time when salary was newly increased. The battle between former governor of Osun State, Bisi Akande, and Walker in Osun State was historical. So I think we will see drama in some states, but it's not going to be a national issue. It's going to be the states from state to state.
Mike, let me just add one thing. Repeating issues without finding solution is another thing. When you say some states are viable and they pay 100,000 for the instance, what is the value
of the 100,000?
100,000. That's another thing. What is the value? It's not how many months now.
Going
up, you know. And when you look at that often and on, when they increase, the price of things will go up. Things will start going up. They want to collect, economic tax from those such things. At the end of the day, you have 1 million naira, and you cannot be able to see value of that 1 million naira.
Mr. Shinedu, let me come in shortly. Okay. That's why I said it in one of the interview that, please, if you are a worker now, you are collecting salary, look for side hustle, whether weekend or anything. You know what they call them? Civil servant. Yoruba will say, "Ise omalase je owo, omalase la." That's why, at this point, I am not saying that federal government or any state of government should not pay them handsomely. But since we have seen it in this way, please, the way Nigeria is going now, I'm collecting salary alone cannot solve the problem. That is the issue on ground. Look for whether or maybe in Agari you gonna said for after weekend, maybe in the weekend, or anything you are going to hard to hit. But this government that I'm looking at, they are not ready.
I think Udozi Chima has said something here, and it's very, very important we read it out. And what is he saying? Mr. Michael, forget about Oluwa 1. By 2027, if Tinubu offers him 10,000 naira, that's 10K, you will see him supporting him, calling him Jagaban of Nigeria.
He called him Jagaban. No. Bro, let us call a spade a spade. But if he has repented, maybe he has repented.
Let me give you a language.
Are you sure?
Somebody came with a renewed hope, a change. See, somebody can give you a calculated brain, and you sit there, maybe it's right or wrong, but you give him a chance. At the end, you can see what is happening. He failed woefully, so you don't have your support anymore. Can you imagine if people should come and give us 100,000, 500,000? I don't think the eyes have already been wide open. They are deceiver, completely deceiver. They are brainwashed men. They are mafians. So that's why we see the situation here now. Everybody is crumbled. You know APC, PDP, Labour Party. You see, the mafia now came. So we have to learn against ourselves. Come back together. Let us fight them out. Otherwise, talking story you support, you don't support this. The story will be the same.
It has gone. Me too. I supported.
That one has gone.
I supported Tinubu.
That one has gone.
And why I supported him is that I saw that this man will win. And I've been saying it before I even contest that. If Tinubu if he was able to obtain APC ticket, then he's our next president. How capable he is, I doubt it. And I've been saying that whomever that come in that time is coming to claim mess. But how did they, like Mr. Chinedu said that, they give you mathematics question to solve. Some score 100, some score 50, some score 35. Why? Because of the approach. How do you calculate before you get to the correct answer? Somebody may just say, "Hey, how do you calculate? Do you get every technicality aspect of it?" It's not that all the steps that Tinubu is taking, it's not that all of them are wrong, but the manner of approach and the timing. It's like somebody said, you want to feed a child that has stroke, or you want to feed him one day and he will get recovered. It's not possible. That's the approach Tinubu is doing. But my prayer for President Bola Tinubu, and what I wish is that if he was able to, that's why that I'm suffering under this, if he can use all his suffering, all what we are suffering, and use it to correct some wrong things, like this issue of fat, whatever, and to return power to the state to some extent, so that Abuja will not be overshadowed with too much heavy. No matter what I pass through during this regime, I know that another one will not be like this. That's my belief.
All right. It is not only Udozi Chima that is attacking Oluwawan this morning.
I like attackers.
Are you a striker?
Somebody have to attack people
your
know the
confirmation?
reality. Me and Oluwawan of Upper Land. They say the truth will set you free. You understand? When somebody came, some pastor came, they came with miracles. But at the end, you don't discover they are not from God. So those are the symptoms of Tinubu.
Okay, Nathaniel Abu to you.
Okay.
That's
bless you.
laughing over what Udozi Chima said. Udozi Chima, all a day your age. By 2027, give Oluwa just 5,000 naira. Vote Tinubu.
Oh no! I think Oluwa needs rescue. No, he needs to be rescued. No, yes, Oluwa needs to be rescued. But what I want to say, in regard to the position, one thing I want to understand that when you see something that is not going well, the way you anticipated it, you have right to say this is not correct anymore. You understand? But one thing we must understand in the course of trying to survive every moment, every era, is the capacity, for you to be able to design or forecast the possibility of negativity and positivity. You understand? And not be clouded most times by sentiment. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you put Bola Tinubu and Atiku on a scale outside Obi, bros, I will go for Atiku. No, I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm being honest. But let me tell you, but if you bring Tinubu, listen, if you bring Tinubu now and bring somebody like Kwankwaso, I will go for Tinubu. Yes, because it has to do with best options. You see, my level of, but this holistic thing now is this, is Jagaban, is this, you do this. No! That is why the Northerners are saying that it's unfortunate that they voted based on religion instead of competence. But they will bear the consequences of it. No, bro, I'm being honest. They will bear it. They have to bear it. Because we are bearing it too. They shouldn't come out and complain.
Right, thank you so much. Let's quickly move down to other comments here in the comment section. Thank you so much, Chinedu. I really appreciate you for coming. Oh, Mr. Teta, please come closer.
Hey, Chinedu, come
closer.
Sorry, we have a normal culture.
So, I'm coming. They're not done with the program. Is there anything you want to say?
We almost complete. I know we have a normal culture. The year is running out.
Yes.
Our normal end of the year party. We have to celebrate.
Well, 365 days.
We always do our party.
It's well.
It's all good.
Try to look for a date and peace.
It's good.
If you permit us, you are the alcohol. Permit us.
Speak to the mic.
If you permit us, you are the alcohol. Our normal culture is normally celebrate every end of the year party. It's a date. So if your guy giving us go ahead, and our brother who is watching us too, I know we all doing it together. If they are there, you see, send gestures to them.
Lucky. These are fantastic people.
Yes.
No doubt. But we believe that for God has kept us alive to this moment and have also given them the grace of charity.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we know that, we will not run dry, and them also will not run dry.
Like you all know, City Stand is for everybody. It's for everybody.
Yes,
for the viewers, and the anchor is for everyone. And I'm sure the viewers are watching. And some of them that are yet to watch today's live broadcast will still see it. I know something will happen by God's grace. It's good as you notified them.
Yes, for reminding us. Lucky, Mike, is the work of the whole thing ends on his table because he is the boss of this platform.
He will tell
us what to do.
Mr. Lucky, somebody said he wants to talk to you after the program. Mr. Osaze.
Osaze, why?
Oh,
See, why is he only lucky? Lost. Me, I be about what you say. Lucky, wait. Me, I be about what you say. I'm about what you say.
Our road now they
All
pass.
right, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
Lucky, be very careful. And be
So,
mindful
all right,
on the
please.
statement you issue for here.
What's the problem, sir? Come closer. Come closer. What's the problem, sir? Come closer. What's the problem, sir?
It's our women.
Come
Don't take
closer.
Calabar.
Come closer to
Calabar,
us.
they are our women.
All right. All right. So let's play move down.
Well, it's nice to be in the midst of young men. It's nice to enjoy these young men.
Okay.
Their jokes, their idiosyncrasies, and what have you. It's nice to be in your midst.
Thank you. Thank you so much. In a move to dislodge the new terror group in town, as Lakurawa, the chief of army staff, I'm talking about the new chief of army staff,
Yes.
Oluyede, visited Sokoto at the weekend. And he urged his men to be proactive and also telling them to make sure that they see an end to this new terror group. How do you feel about the move by the new chief of army staff, Oluyede?
Yes, the move is in order. Normally, any executive that enters into new office will definitely work at that initial time like nobody. He worked very well effectively before the thing will go down. But there's something I want them, if they can hear me from here. There's something I don't like in our security system, which I mentioned 2 weeks ago here. The move that he has made as a security system supposed not to be announced or noticed by anybody. Because this is security, which is life. If the new security chief had made move with his team, it shouldn't be our concern for us to hear. What we want to hear is that they have dislodged the people have left Nigeria. All right, defeated them. Information management in terms of security system should be different from the information from political arena and others. I've been saying it. Some of us that receive security training, all right, where we receive with defense military intelligence, there are certain things we don't do, which they are doing now. Things are changing, going down. Initially, we don't allow anybody to have information on security until we become victor. We don't need to hear it. And any journalist around that place should not be allowed to cover it until they conquer the terrorists. That is my punctuation. That's my punctuation in that system. But the move is in order. But we don't need to hear the move at this preliminary stage until they conquer. Because if they had told anybody that these Boko Haram people will go and recruit their junior brothers, we won't believe it. But they themselves as a group of people supposed to have it at the back of their mind that if these people are not dislodged, they will metamorphose to other things. They understand? And that was happening now. There are certain things layman, like some of you who didn't receive security training, will not know. But security people will know it ahead of time. So the blunder they always make by giving information about security, we have done this, we have done that, it's not the best. Until the totality of the conquering. That's my reason. But let them move. Let them not give us any other information until these people are totally exterminated. Totally exterminated in this our system. That's my reason.
Now, according to reports, this terror group came into the country as a result of the political instability in Niger, countries like Niger, Mali, Chad, and all of that.
Yes.
But don't we have men, guiding our borders? Why is it so porous?
That was what we said, and I said it last week. Last week.
Because it's porous.
Yes, so I said it that the northern borders, I specifically made northern borders, are highly porous, loose. That's one. Two, we said it even Kunle, that these people tend to call all the Chadians, Malian, their brothers. Even if the security is the borders are not porous, they allow them to enter. When they know that they are entering, will be highly inimical and prejudicial to our existence and operation. Okay, they should know that it will be highly inimical. Okay, they should. Some of them may come as those who want to come and trade and do this, but it's not. Even some of the little girls we are seeing, police published about 3 weeks ago that some of all the little girls we are seeing begging that they are agents of Boko Haram, and I am happy about that. That they notice it. that we should be careful about it. These are some of the things they're supposed to know. Okay, so but the government as an entity, okay, of governmental operation, supposed to send people to all these borders, security operatives to guide them
To man the borders.
to man the border. Why is porous? Because there's no security operatives there. It's not as if that even if you build fence there, they will jump the fence. The fence will not be a security. The security is human resources. Okay, so our government should do well. Please, we are pleading. Should do well to man these northern borders that every day can hurry. Even the school children knew that our borders are porous. So that is the problem. Okay, the fact that the Niger and other things had problem does not per se mean that these people should surge here. It's because it's porous, no security management. That is that.
Now, if you default, if you fail to implement the new minimum wage, you will go on strike in your state. That's what NLC is telling the governors of the states that are not willing to pay the new minimum wage. How would you react to this?
Yes, it's in order. And that's why Ada Lock is someone who was specifically talking about state. I love it. I told you last week, I told this audience that I told this audience last time that everybody calling Tinubu, president. That is not in all ramification. We should be looking for the president head. That the only way I should look for president head is if the state allocation, monthly allocation are not given to state. For instance, there was a time a government, either Baba or something, which held one state, either Lagos State, didn't give them their state allocation, which is not constitutionally. They understand? Because that's what they are. So now that every state are receiving their monthly allocation, it's not every flies that flew from Asorok we should be calling president. Going back to the question, I know they are in order. If they have said we will calm down on the whole Nigeria and go strike, I will puncture that. Now that they are saying they are going to the state, it's in order. But before doing that, they should obtain a sort of mandate from the federal government, so that federal government will not look at them as terrorists terrorizing the state. Let them go and make friendship with the president. Let the president give them mandate and announce it to say that yes, the presidents are giving this for mandate and giving them power of this or this or this to trouble you people if you fail, because the federal government it has been gazetted by the National Assembly. Okay, they have been gazetted, and their state allocation, what is it meant for? Is to pay to workers. This state allocation, I told you the other day that the moment they get it, the governors get it, they always swallow about 75% and brought out only 25% to implement. Now the removal of oil subsidy, they have increased the state allocation. The state allocation, for instance, if they were given 2 billion before, now they are receiving up to 3 billion state allocation. What are they doing with those money if they cannot pay what federal government, their senior brother and their father has gazetted? National Assembly, by the bill, all right, and gazetted. Gazetting it is the last law of it. Now, why should the state be shrinking or passing the buck or something like that? They should pay it. Even some states, I saw 2 states in the paper that say they're paying more than 70,000. Enugu said they're going to pay more than that. Another state said they're going to. Akwa Ibom said they're going to pay that. Now, Akwa Ibom is one of those small states that were created when my own state was created. Who is that state that will say they will not pay only 70,000? Which is about 70,000 is about either $40,000 or something like that. You understand? Who is that state? That state, if he's not receiving state allocation, we will exempt him. We will say yes, but in as much as state allocation is given to them, the first thing you do is to pay workers, now infrastructure, not for you to swallow it with their families. That was people are saying this paper. There must be check and balance, like I said 3 weeks ago, that the federal government must have check and balance, must have central control system, either presidential election officer, that will be touching the governors, for them not to have a field day in swallowing this thing. It's not proper. That's another area. I have to call the president again and appeal to him that there should be a law. We have to go and bring any legal framework that will checkmate the state governors, not to swallow all these things.
Now, let's quickly go to what Bayo Onanuga says, the president's spokesperson. He said Atiku Abubakar, as the former vice president of the country, who happens to be the presidential flag bearer under People's Democratic Party in the 2023 presidential election. He said Atiku is not in tune with Nigeria's current economic reality. And looking at what he said, and when you look at Atiku, recently people have been coming out speaking about Tinubu's policies, saying that the policies are so harsh that the president is not really prepared for the job on ground. Now, what would you say about it?
Well.
Onanuga said it's envious
Yes.
of Tinubu's position.
We all have known Bayo Onanuga, what he has turned out to be presently. It's no more the Bayo Onanuga we used to read in print media in those days. Okay, Bayo Onanuga has lost grip totally, journalistic grip totally, and humanity. He has lost the grip in the sense that what he is there for is not propaganda per se. What he is there for is to, balance the image of his boss. Nobody is saying, I am a student of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. I did mass communication. All right. So I specialize too in public relations. Bayo Onanuga must have read some of the courses in public relations to know how we package our executive. We are taught on how to package our executive. One of the primary things has to do there is to embellish, polish, and package the image of his boss. No one is stopping him from doing that. That is the primary job. To ensure that nobody will dent the image of his boss. Okay? So, but in the other side, he has to do that job. He has to embellish, polish, and package the image of his person and the activities around his boss. Nobody should contest that with him, okay? If he fails to do it, he's risking his job. But the other angle, yes, the other angle too, receiving opinion poll and all the rest or criticism, okay? He has to know how to send it back or put rejoinder. That is the area he has aired grossly. Atiku is not a pushover in this country. Remember that all of us are saying that one party system is not healthy for this country. All of us. It's not even healthy to the president. President, you should hear it yourself now. Tete is saying that even though you are there, one party system is not healthy for you because you are not going to be there perpetually. If by the time you finish 8 years, constitutional 8 years and all the rest, you are coming out. If you say that the one party system is okay now because you are there, the moment you leave the stage, what are you going to say? Now, what we are talking about is that Bayo Onanuga should be able to know how to manage his rejoinder, criticism.
He said we'll leave there tomorrow.
In managerial economy, criticism is very, very good. In governance, criticism is very good. Whether it's constructive criticism or destructive, yes, all right. It behooves on you. It behooves on you. You I'm talking about now is Bayo Onanuga. It behooves on him for him to bring it and remove the wheat from the chaff. You are not there to cause any stir. You are not there to abuse anybody. If you are doing that, you are not doing well for your boss. Okay? Mark you. Like I told you people last time, Udes and other people were contesting with me. Mark you. I still maintain it that our president is an intellectual of the first order. Mark you. What Bayo Onanuga is doing there, by the time you try to boomerang against the president, before you boomerang, mark you, the president may fire him. Because Bola Tinubu, believe it or not, is an intellectual. Let me tell you, what Bayo Onanuga is doing may boomerang against him. Let him be very careful. It's not there to indirectly destroy the image of our president by giving her a destructive rejoinder. He's a journalist who has studied with us. Okay, he's supposed to know how to manage the rejoinder, criticism, and what have you, so that he will not mar the system. Saying that Atiku is envious and all that is petty talk. We suppose not emanate from the office of such person. His office is not a cherished office, okay? Support not to manage. He should mark that Atiku is an opposition leader. And there must be opposition. That's why I said earlier that one party system is not healthy for this country and it will not work. When Obasanjo wanted to go to the third term, thinking that he can pocket Nigeria. Nigeria is not easy for anybody to pocket. It didn't work for him. Okay? So when our Oga, who is there now, president, finish this one and do the next one, he's going.
Now, let's quickly check out what today's Chima is saying in the comment section.
Yes.
Would you respect Mr. Teta?
Yes.
You are not making points. So, okay. This one is talking about the NLC analysis. You just you're not making any points. So the NLC should go and tell the president before going on strike. That's not the ethics of the labor force.
Yeah, he didn't understand me. He did not understand me. He didn't understand. I didn't say he should take permission. What he meant is permission. I didn't say. They should notify them, more or less report who does a listing. They should notify the presidency that what they have gazetted, both the executive and the state, that the states are trying to violate it. For that reason, before they call them by the name, because NLC is not a friend of the government, you know that. Today they hear it. Now, before the presidency and other people will come and call them bad name and crucify them when they start in the state, that they should go and inform the presidency that what they have gazetted, that these people are violating it. For that reason, that they're going after them. It's not permission. Udeze understood it's a permission. It's not permission. And if, by so doing, the president will tell them something. Or modify their going. And the president will, being the president of Nigeria, may even talk to the state that these people are coming after you. In case they conquer you people, the presidency will not serve you people. That's the area I'm going. It's not taking permission, okay? Yes.
Thank you so much. And we have Kehinde Adawa joining us this morning. Oluwa, stop crying again because you vote Tinubu, continue to suffer. Okay. What is actually trying to tell you? If you stop crying.
There's nothing like crying, so we have to say the truth because Tinubu, he failed woefully. He deceived millions, even including people in diaspora. So we now see the reality that it's not capable. So we have to look for another alternative. But I don't think it will complete the 4 years because with the policy of it to continue like this, there's something that is revolution must come to pass.
I remember the last election. Oluwa won. All of a sudden, started attacking anybody against Tinubu in a pathetic way.
What they are saying
This language you are saying is you don't really understand what is happening on the ground.
What did he say?
What is happening on the ground is that
all of a sudden, Oluwa started attacking anybody that was against.
No, I could remember that time. I could remember that time.
It's so pathetic. He's right. Come closer. What is it? I think there's somebody that wants to testify to what is
right. Did I attack you?
Yes, Oluwa.
Did I attack you? I'm asking you, did I attack you?
You attacked me here.
How?
Then after Ahmed Tinubu, they saw Ahmed Tinubu in. He said, "Want to go to hell." Ahmed Tinubu can revise Nigeria very well.
Now, what has it done now? Does it revive Nigeria
that's
now?
What is telling you.
That one has gone. That one has gone. Now let us move forward. Let me tell you one thing. You see, I understand what you are saying. See, yesterday is not today. Today is not tomorrow. You understand? What has happened yesterday has gone. We all take our fault. So we apologize. So we don't know that it was a brainwash. So now we have to move forward. We want to see the positive. The negative side, we have seen it. So they can't come again and try to give us language that will never come to pass. So let me just apologize that it has come and it has gone. Okay. Let us move forward.
Somebody just said, sorry. Okay, somebody said what Tinubu is saying that Atiku is not fact. I don't know what I see. What Tinubu is saying. Sorry, Atiku said this thing. It's not fact. Tinubu said this thing. But for me, I know that everybody, all of us here, including Nigeria, Atiku, we have no option. Atiku is speaking the mind of Nigeria now. No other opposition, Labour, Atiku and OP are speaking the mind of Nigeria. In fact, if you take your camera and go around to the market everywhere, they are telling you Before they always criticize Atiku after election, he went to Dubai. But Atiku is Nigeria now, actually defending, telling Tinubu your policy is wrong to the people. People are hungry. You are telling us to wait 16 years. That's what happened. We cannot accept it. The Tinubu policy is wrong in every round, whether security, economy, everywhere. He need to go back again. Otherwise, 2027 election, he will just pack his load and go. If even, as you said, he will not have to.
Sorry, there's something I want to. I saw in the paper. Okay. I don't know what you're discussing. Okay. I saw in the paper, either this one, the one I have at home, that Lupe is having problem with the military who are firing their workers. And Pengassan is queuing up. And Labour warned that should the military continue such thing, that they are going to go on strike to support Lupe and the Pengassan. When these three organizations come together, it will not be healthy for this country. So I don't know whether you read it. Whether you read it.
Are we afraid? So, they should come.
So let the federal government please do something to talk to the military, not to be interfering with the workers, oil workers. All right, please let the federal government. We are making an appeal because the thing has
not their job.
Yes,
their job is to safeguard Nigeria.
Exactly.
They are not
external.
They are trying to give an excuse.
Yes.
Territorial
integrity.
Yes,
it's not their job what they're doing. So please let the federal government. We are appealing to the federal government to do something before that, because Nupeng and Pengassan, if they are on strike, two of them controlling the fuel, you know what is going to happen. And the NLC and the TOG, two of them have said that they have said now to support them. I was afraid when I read it.
Are you afraid?
Yeah.
Are you afraid?
Yes.
Why are you afraid?
Please.
Why are you afraid? Let them come. After all, Nigeria is already zero. What are we?
That should happen. That will go
All right, gentlemen. Moving on to what Elonge Adijo is saying. Yeah, Oluwa one, you are forgiven. We are waiting for Kunle's apology so that we can move on.
Yeah, you said the truth. Kule is not around here. We have to speak our mind because we are all Nigeria.
Let me say what Kule said. Kule came to me this morning and said, my brother, the way things are going, even it doesn't have gas. I said, Kule, are you the one saying this? He said, let me tell you the truth. I have no gas. Gas finished. He has to run out of the house. I said, but I was saying this thing. When I say it, you'll be saying I'm telling lies. Now the thing has come to you.
Gas will finish.
So everybody were gas before. It was when I measure my gas finished. You will say, go and sit down and tell lies. Tinubu bring gas. Today, Kule is crying. Ask him tomorrow.
There's no more.
So everybody's crying.
Yes.
All right.
That's why we have to speak one. We are tired. We are tired of the Department of Tinubu management.
All right. Thank you so much. Moving on to King Henry. Most time, people get too excited about political changes that they lose their thinking faculty of oneness. But thank God, change is constant. We need more positive, realistic changes.
Right.
Yeah,
what he said. I love what he said. Remember,
as King Henry.
Yes, what King Henry said. Remember, I said a dint of it last time. That it's not good when something happens like this. We allow our intellectual domain to be punctuated and perforated. You know, I said something like that.
Yes.
That we have to stabilize. Yes. That we have to stabilize our intellectual domain. Okay? So allow our psychomotor to function very well. Yeah. Allow our affective domain to return. Allow our cognitive domain to, recognize when we are erring in that. That's exactly what King Vincent is saying. So therefore, we have to allow ourselves to be sent very well. All right? So we have to allow ourselves to be, statically what? Okay. Positive. That's what he's saying. He's in order.
All right, thank you so much. We need to go now, but please, will you be around tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, just try to be here tomorrow. We'll be talking about Ondo State politics.
Okay.
The gubernatorial election in Ondo State is just a few days from today. So we need to discuss politics tomorrow and other topical issues. So we are very, very early. We're starting the program around 7:30, 8 o'clock.
I will be here tomorrow by 6.
6 a.m.
I will come early.
I'll send the topics to everyone as well.
Thank you
so much.
Okay, my coffee.
Mr. Olajide. Oh, good morning. Let's just give you a few minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the honor.
Ready to go. Thank you so much.
Olajide always fight me.
I don't fight you.
You have changed.
I don't fight you.
Presidency is getting hard on Atiku. Presidency is getting hard on Atiku, saying that Atiku's statements are not realistic enough. And what has Atiku been saying recently? He has been attacking the government on the harsh policies that have plunged Nigerians into abject poverty. Serious hardship. Bayo Onanuga on this again. Atiku versus Bayo Onanuga. Is there anything you want to say before we go? Just a few minutes.
Oh yes. Presidency should not consider himself, resistant to comment. You are a servant of the people. You are not a master of the people. People are your master. They are the one that employ you, engage you. You are a servant. A servant is never holder, is never greater than his masters. Presidency, they should point themselves of this mentality of arrogance of being dominant over people. You are not our master, you are our servant. We are your master, we are the one paying your bills, we are the one hired you to manage the things on our behalf so that will be decorum and normalcy. So the president should stop this arrogance of saying they should listen to his point. If Atiku is making his point that your government in this area of policy and administration is harsh, they should sit down and think about it and give it a thought. Is it constructive? If it's constructive, then you make an amendment. And not to be saying Atiku is doing that. If his comments is mischievous, that's a different case. But if his comments, complaint is constructive enough. He's talking about the government being harsh in economic policy that is sending Nigerians down to the dustbin, to the dunghill, to be picking, remnant for the means of survival. Government should look into that and stop parading themselves as being arrogant that what Atiku say. Atiku has a right as every Nigerian to air his view. Provided his view is not, is according to government, it's not what language is used for it now. Maybe reasonable or whatever name they determine. Once his comments is constructive within his right of a Nigerian, particularly even an opposition leader, then the government needs to think about it and look at his statement and not the speaker, but the statement made by Atiku and examine it. Scrutinize it. Is there merit in what this man is saying?
Isn't it a statement of envy?
It's not a statement of envy.
It's not envious of Tinubu's position.
It's not envy of
like Bayo Onanuga said.
I've separated this. If his statement is mischievous, is scandalous, is perjury or what name they call it now? The government, because anything you say now, he says it's envious of Tinubu's position. Once it is a constructive matter, what article is saying about the government matter?
And his take on the issues in the country is not realistic enough.
His take is realistic enough. Government should see that. If he's talking about the hardship constitution like that, it's realistic enough. That is realistic. That's the reality of what is going on now. Government should look into that and correctly address it and stop making noise and stop say about the bush.
All right.
That's what I think government should do.
All right.
I think it's something within the limit of constitutional power of normalcy. Government should look into it and address it.
All right. You'll be here tomorrow. Right?
Okay, very
well.
Thank you very much.
So we'll be starting the program tomorrow by 8 o'clock. Okay. All right. I need to go, sir. Just a few words from you.
What is it?
Yo, you don't know what we're discussing. Oh, so sorry about that. Okay, let me just brief it. Presidency is getting out on Atiku based on his statements and all of that. That his statements are not realistic enough. Atiku is not saying the truth about the reality on ground. Atiku has always come out to go against President Bola Tinubu's policies.
Thank you.
So we just need to make it brief.
If not for fear, because people are afraid. Instead of our leaders to fear the masses, it's masses that are afraid of them. If they tell any sincere Nigerian to say something, you will see that the whole Nigerians will say we are suffering, and we have bad government. That's what they will say. So I don't know why somebody should be against Atiku. Atiku is saying,
I think even Mr. President and all his staff, they're seeing what is going on in Nigeria. They're seeing how Nigerians are dying, how Nigerians are suffering. Okay, if they don't listen to Nigerians, if it's only Atiku that they can listen to, very good. Let Atiku keep on telling them what we are going through. Maybe they will hear our cry. So I don't know why fighting against Atiku or doing as if Atiku is having the power. No, it's not always.
All right. You will see tomorrow. Sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for coming. Well, I really appreciate you. And to the viewers all over the world, we say thank you for joining us today. In the comment section, I have because Phil, thank you so much for joining us today. Adijo Leonge, King Henry in the United States of America. Thank you so much. Kende Adawa, thank you so much. Frequency. Thanks so much. Robert Uche is here. Oh, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Jacob Adedeji in the US, thank you so much. Nathaniel Abu, Odezi Chima, humble African. Frank Prince is also here. Oh, sorry. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us and the rest that are watching us all over the world. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow again. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye.